Comedian Reggie Carroll, a Baltimore native celebrated for his sharp humor and charismatic stage presence, was tragically killed in Mississippi last week in what authorities have described as an isolated shooting. He was 52 years old. The South Haven Police Department confirmed that Carroll, widely admired in comedy circles as the knockout king of comedy, was fatally shot on Wednesday in the city of South Haven, Mississippi. Officers responded to Burton Lane after receiving reports of gunfire and discovered a man suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Despite the immediate efforts of first responders, including what police described as life-saving measures, Carroll succumbed to his injuries at the scene. In a statement released Saturday, police acknowledged that one male suspect had been arrested and formally charged with Carroll's murder. While authorities have not yet disclosed the name of the alleged shooter, they emphasized that the investigation remains active. Our thoughts are with the family of Mr. Carroll. Thank you to the community for their patience and understanding as this case continues to unfold, the South Haven Police Department said in its announcement. Carroll, who had spent decades honing his craft and taking his stand-up routines across the United States, had built a reputation as a comedian with both energy and relatability. His ability to connect with diverse audiences brought him not only a loyal fan base but also opportunities to appear on national television. He was featured in programs such as Showtime at the Apollo, a legendary variety showcase that spotlighted rising performers, and the popular sitcom The Parkers. In addition to his stage performances, Carroll produced and hosted his own stand-up special under the memorable moniker The Knockout King of Comedy, a title that soon became synonymous with his career. Tributes from both fans and fellow entertainers began pouring in as news of his death spread, reflecting the respect Carroll commanded in the comedy world. One of the most heartfelt messages came from Academy Award-winning actress and comedian Monique, who had worked alongside Carroll during tours. In a post shared on her Instagram story, Monique described him as her brother in comedy and reflected warmly on the joy of their time together. "This is why I say treat people the best you can because you never know if you'll get a chance to see them again," she wrote. Recalling their shared moments on the road, she added, "The last time me and my brother Reggie, girl, was together, that's what it was, an amazing time. Being on tour together, being on that road together, what a time. So I have no sad tears because all of our time together was amazing." Her words underscored not only the profound loss felt by Carroll's peers but also the camaraderie that defines the comedy circuit, where countless hours are spent traveling, performing, and building bonds through shared struggles and successes. Carroll's family also expressed gratitude to those who reached out in the wake of his death. His brother, Jonathan Carroll, took to Facebook to acknowledge the many condolences the family has received. "To all who have expressed condolences on the passing of Reggie Carroll, your love has been well received. Thank you," Jonathan wrote, signing his message on behalf of the Carroll brothers. The comedian's passing leaves behind not only memories of his sharp comedic delivery but also a legacy of perseverance. Hailing from Baltimore, Carroll navigated the challenges of breaking into comedy during a time when competition for stage time was fierce. He gained recognition not just for his performances but for the personal style he brought to his routines, mixing high-energy storytelling with jokes rooted in everyday life. His resilience and passion allowed him to stand out in a crowded field, carving a name for himself both regionally and nationally. Beyond the stage, Carroll was admired for his willingness to uplift fellow performers. He often collaborated with other comedians, supporting their projects and encouraging them in their careers. Those who knew him personally have described him as both approachable and professional, someone who never let the grind of the business dull his humor or kindness. For many comedians, losing Carroll means losing not only a colleague but also a mentor and a friend. The shock of his sudden death has also reignited broader conversations about gun violence, especially when it claims the lives of individuals who devoted their work to spreading joy. For Carroll's fans, the contrast is particularly jarring. A man who built his life around laughter and entertainment had his own life taken in an act of violence. While authorities continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the shooting, Carroll's community has chosen to focus on honoring his memory rather than dwelling on the tragedy. Audiences who attended Carroll's shows often left with stories of how his humor brightened their lives, and those stories are now resurfacing online in tribute posts. Videos of his stand-up routines, photos from tours, and heartfelt remembrances from fellow performers have begun circulating across social media platforms, creating a digital memorial that mirrors the joy he brought in person. For many, his death serves as a reminder of the fragile nature of life and the importance of cherishing shared moments. And Monique's reflection captured this sentiment best, that even though his life was cut short, Carroll's impact endures through the memories of laughter, companionship, and community he created. His legacy, she suggested, should not be defined by the violence of his final moments but by the fullness of his contributions to comedy and to those who loved him. As investigations continue in South Haven, the comedy world is preparing to say goodbye to one of its own. Carroll's story is one of determination, humor, and resilience, a Baltimore boy who dreamed big, toured the nation, made audiences laugh, and ultimately left behind a legacy that will be remembered far beyond the clubs and theaters where he performed. For now, friends, fans, and family members are holding on to the memories of Reggie Carroll not with sorrow but with gratitude. His journey reminds everyone that while life can be unpredictable, the joy shared with others remains timeless. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.